under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. It's Game 4 of the World Series between the New York Yankees and the New York Mets. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to the World Series here on the show. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, lots of storylines here as we approach the start of Game 4.
Well, I think this series has played out exactly how we expected it to. At 2-1, it's been tightly contested, back and forth. We've got two teams worthy of being here, and I think this will go at least 6 games before it's all said and done.
The build-up to this one is just about over. It's time for all the drama of World Series baseball on the show. And we'll have it for you next. Matt Harvey is the man on the mound for the 4th game of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
You know, Matt, he's looking to bounce back for a little bit better of a performance than his last one. Pitched less than 5 innings in his last one, was able to come away with a no decision. I think he and his team are expecting a lot more in this one.
Here's the first pitch to him. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1.
First pitch, 7-0
The 1-0 home. And we'll need to keep the hot chocolate flowing tonight. 42 degrees our game time temperature. 2 balls and a strike now to the Yankees leadoff man. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more afraid of the guy on deck than the guy that's up right now. If I'm on the mound, I want this guy up right now. He's the guy that's got to beat me.
The 3-1. And he lays off. Ball 4, and the leadoff man is on to begin the ball game.
Batting second, the right fielder, number 7, Mickey Mantle.
First delivery to him on the way. Harvey has both great strikeout stuff and exceptional command on the mound to go with it. A rare combination, but one that makes him one of the best in our sport.
Matty V, you talked about it. He doesn't walk a whole lot of guys. Well, if you don't walk a lot of guys, that means you have to throw the ball in the strike zone. And when you do with great stuff like this guy has, he racks up the strikeouts. There aren't a lot of guys that get strikeouts by throwing the ball in the strike zone. This is one of the few that does it.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch.
Nasty 2-0 slider right there for a strike. No shame in tipping your hat.
Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. On a line, that's a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, this guy's having a big series in the postseason. It looks like to me that the moment isn't too big for him. He's slowing the game down. He looks terrific.
Yeah, absolutely. Postseason monster right here, having a huge series. Any big leaguer can have their moment mid-May, but to do it when it gets cold outside means everything.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Drilled down the line. LeMahieu over at second. Mantle on at first with nobody out. Counts even to Trout, 1-1. Took him right up the ladder that time, and it's 1-2.
Get it ready, big boy. This guy's throwing 3 digits right here. The best way I can help the fans is 90 to 92, you can usually see seams. 92 to 95, it starts to really quicken up on you. Over 3 digits, you're seeing a white blur.
Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Clyde Washington.
Yeah, Matty, Clyde's my type of umpire. I didn't mind the low strike zone, and that's exactly what he has. If you're not going to give him above the belt, I'm okay with it.
Dero, you know, one of the things I guess with Clyde is he is a real good low strike umpire. Pitchers seem to like him more than hitters, but one thing I will say, he has a very consistent zone. It's a low zone, but a consistent zone.
Ready with another 2-2. Swing and a miss there as the breaking ball takes care of him for the first out.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
So now to the plate, Lou Gehrig. As he can't make contact and is tied up here at strike 1. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. Fouled away. The 0-2 home. High and deep down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. First and second now, 1 man out. Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. Yelich is back to the warning track, and he's able to put it away for the second out.
That is it. The left fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge.
So 2 on with 2 away, and that'll bring up the former American League Rookie of the Year, Big Aaron Judge. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Two men are on with 2 men out. Ball and a strike.
1 ball. Ooh-wee. That was some smoke right there. High fire right on by.
Ready with the 1-1. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With 2 guys already on, pretty good shot. He's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
And it's fouled away. 2-2. Here it is. And a curveball swung on and missed, and a great call there as the inning is over. Yanks strand a pair. It's the Yankees 0, Mets coming to bat. It's the Subway Series of New York, and it's on the show. Max Scherzer will be on the mound for Game 4. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Max Scherzer. Hello, Chief. It's Max, and it's not Agent 99. This is one of the best pitchers in the game of baseball. Upper to mid-90s fastball, powerhouse slider, and a great changeup. If he brings his A game, it's lights out for the opposing team.
The center fielder, Christian Yelich.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. To right field and deep. Look at this thing go. Gone into the upper tank. It's a solo home run for Christian Yelich. His second home run of the series, and the Mets are on the board first, 1-0.
Baseball has really changed. Remember when leadoff guys were guys who would just draw walks and steal bases? But that's not the case anymore. Guys like this, they have pop in their bat and they can go deep.
And digging in next will be Anthony Rendon. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Bases are empty here, nobody out. And it's 1-1. Maybe too much break on the slider. 2-1.
Looks like that bomb earlier in the inning kind of put this pitcher on the defensive. Not being very aggressive right now.
Two balls and a strike. Here it is. Swung on and missed, and it's even at 2-2.
He got a swing and a miss on that last pitch, but that's not the location he wants to live in against a hitter of this quality.
Curveball got him swinging for the first out.
Big curveball for the strikeout there, and that came after an absolute missile of a fastball. Even if you recognize the breaking ball out of the pitcher's hand, it's so hard for hitters to sit back long enough after they've seen a really good fastball. Only the best can keep their hands back on those.
Into the box, Vladimir Guerrero. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. And the pitch.
That's 3 straight sliders in a row. I'd be shocked. I would be shocked if he went to that well a 4th time. I'd be looking heated.
Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone now.
This tells me a lot about this guy. He's done a real nice job bouncing back from that home run to strike out the next 2 guys. Sometimes you're going to get taken deep, but it's all about how you respond that really matters.
To the plate now, Mike Piazza. As he'll take a look at ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
2 out, nobody on. Fastball, and that thing got up there at 95 miles an hour, a ball and a strike. A high fastball is in there.
Hey, I got to commend him a little bit. Leadoff homer, and now he's 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning without any further damage.
And here's a ball lifted back toward the stands in right, so we'll try it again at 1-2. Scherzer against the sign. Here it is. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up there. Really battles. Doesn't take any pitches off. He's a grinder. Always seems to make it difficult on the opposing pitcher.
Hit back up the middle. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
First pitch of the at-bat.
Here we go. Oh. 1-0.
Here comes the 1-0.
Oh.
A runner on first with 2 away. Two balls and a strike now. The 2-1 home. Popped him up. Mattingly is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. Mets draw first blood thanks to this solo home run. Second inning coming up. It's 1-0 Mets.
Leading off for the Yankees, the third baseman, Eddie Matthews.
Here it comes. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Matthews has all the necessary skills to play great defense on the left side of the infield, and it makes him really fun to watch. He can pick it with the best of them, but what sets him apart is the huge arm. It's accurate, it's incredibly strong, certainly has the ability to uncork a throw and beat a runner when he needs to, and it's impressive to watch.
Yeah, anybody that has the ability to go to their backhand and to absolutely fire a cannon across the infield is a huge asset to have.
The 2-2.
You can definitely tell with that foul off right there that he's picking up spin on this pitcher's off-speed stuff. Maybe expect a fastball on this next one.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out. Striding in, Gary Sanchez. He'll get to take his first cuts here. The pitch. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. We're in the second, 1-0 Mets early on. A little too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside.
You'd never want to fall behind as a pitcher, but doing it to a guy like this is even worse. He's got to bear down and execute for the rest of this at-bat, starting right now.
3-0 to him now. Into the corner and slicing foul. Can't keep that one fair either, and now the count is full. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving one up where he can really hurt you.
So a runner on first with 1 out now, and that'll bring up one of the fastest players in all the land, Trey Turner. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
He's a veteran out on that mound. He understands he has to establish that inside fastball to open up the outer half of the plate.
Here it comes, 1-0. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike.
Nice adjustment out on the mound. Overthrew the first one a little bit, but got on top and let that ball rip right out in front of him.
Two and 1 to count to Trey Turner.
Wow, that's 40 pitches for him already. This doesn't have the makings of a start that he's going to go very deep.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Timing just a tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. Open to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
Not a bad time right here to put that runner in motion. 3-2 count. You send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch, it's ball 4.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. This is line to left. In there, a base hit.
A lot of traffic hitting the base pass first and second with 1 out. I know you're looking for a double play ball, Dan.
No question about it. I think one of the things you like to do on a pitcher is try to jump on him early before he gets settled in. So far, so good. First and second looks like a big inning could be brewing.
From the stretch. Now the 1-0. Line drive snagged on a short hop. There's one. Back to first, but a good job to break up the double play as he couldn't make an accurate throw.
Now back, second baseman, DJ.
So striding in, DJ LeMahieu, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Trying to hang a zero. Here's the pitch.
Well, they've really had an answer for keeping him in check in this series. He's offered very little resistance with the bat in his hand so far.
Runners at the corners, 2 men out. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Protecting with 2 strikes, went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive.
Got to believe the pitcher and catcher understand the fact that he's covering away, and he's covering way away. Don't be shocked if he comes in with something.
1-2 to DJ LeMahieu.
Looked like he just tried to do too much with that fastball right there. He overthrew it a little bit. That's pretty much the case when you airmail a fastball like that.
The 1-2 pitch. And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss at a ball way outside the strike zone. Yanks strand a pair. They still trail 1-0. Last half of the second set to go, and standing in is the veteran outfielder, Monty Irvin. First delivery to him on the way. Here's a looping fly ball out to right. Here comes Mantle on for it, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass.
Well, that's what's so disappointing as a pitcher, D-Row. You make a really good pitch, and yet this guy's so big and so strong, he's able to muscle it into right field for a base hit.
Yeah, you hand your batting gloves to the first base coach right there, and you thank your lucky stars. That's a nice AB.
From the stretch. First pitch curveball runs in a bit too tight. It's ball 1.
Hey, struggling to find the release point of that curveball. That wasn't a very good one. Somehow he's just got to find that field because that's a pitch he's going to need going forward.
Now the 1-0. Runner's going. Line drive to left. And that's in there. Base hit. Throw comes in quickly from left, so even on the hit and run, they'll hold things to first and second here.
Well, that's surprising right there. Hit and run tactic used to perfection. Ball's hit to the outfield. The batter does his job. I don't know how that runner's standing on second still. You tip your hat to the outfield to get it in super quick, but he's got to take the chance to get the play.
Pitch coming. Here it is. Hit the other way out toward right field. Mantle is under it, and there's one gone. The tag, and they got him at third. It's a double play. Striding forward now is the DH, Michael Conforto. He takes his first cuts in this one. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
He's not having his best outing in this one, and I think that curveball is part of the reason why. He couldn't get on top of that one, and that's not the first time that's happened.
Two balls and no strikes to the Mets DH. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
If you're at the plate right now, you have to realize who's on deck. I guarantee you something's over the heart of the plate. You have to be aggressive in the zone right here.
3-0 pitch is offered at and missed for the first strike. And he takes ball 4, so a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
He did not want to let the hitter off the hook with 2 outs, and now he's got a runner in scoring position to deal with.
In is Christian Yelich. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first appearance in this one.
And that's been the entire offense so far in this one. They've been shut down other than that.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Yelich, formerly property of the Milwaukee Brewers, he came here by way of trade earlier this year.
I know he'd tell you he'd like to be playing a little bit better, but I think it's as advertised for this ball club right now. I think the manager is getting exactly what they expected.
1-1 to the Mets leadoff hitter. Two down, runners at first and second. Hit hard on the ground to the right. And that'll get on through into right field for a base hit. The throw home. And he is in there at the plate. It's now a 2-0 game. And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit. In now is Anthony Rendon. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. And this catches the outside corner, strike 1. Two men are on with 2 men out. Swung on by Rendon, and this is sent to deep left. Judge looks up, and goodbye. This one ain't coming back. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left, his 3rd home run of this series, and the Mets have got it up to a 5-0 game now.
It looked like he might just work out of that inning only giving up a single run, but it all comes crashing down on that mistake. Nothing like a 3-run bomb to change the entire complexion of your day on the mound.
At the plate now, Vladimir Guerrero. As the first pitch misses high and inside for ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Guerrero in front, 2-0 to Vlad.
You can see this guy's more focused at the plate right now. In that first AB, he went down on strikes.
Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Now with the bases empty, I think he needs to be careful not to just groove one here just because it's 3-0. He's a guy that could ambush you and lose one over the wall.
Scherzer into the windup. Here comes the pitch. 3-1 to him now. 4 runs here in this half inning. This is foul right side. Now the payoff pitch home is swung on and missed. He got him. But 4 runs score in the inning, 3 coming right here on the 3-run home run. We've played 2, and the lead is now 5-0. Ready now, Mickey Mantle. He reached on a single in his first try.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1. And this one's up around the eyes, 2-1. And he fouls this one off. And the slider is low and inside as he just about got him there.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
Now the payoff pitch home. Locks him up for strike 3.
The center fielder, number 27.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Mike Trout. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch-outs will stick with you a little longer.
They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. Two and 0.
Okay.
Fouled off. And a fastball, but he's losing it a bit here to 3-1 now.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
No offer there from Trout as that misses, and he'll take the walk.
Boy, oh boy, that's a tough one for the pitcher. He's definitely wondering, where the heck was that pitch? I think he called it high, but our strike zone says otherwise.
So a runner at first with 1 man gone, and in steps the Iron Horse, Lou Gehrig. He's set. Here it comes. And he just misses inside with the fastball there.
We're only in the 3rd inning, and his pitch count is above 60. That's not being too efficient with your pitches.
The 1-0 is a low changeup that's laid off.
2-0 to a guy with this kind of pop, you better be awfully careful because he's going to be swinging out of his shoes.
From the belt, the pitch. Clearly off with his timing on that one, a swinging strike.
Hey, this pitcher better be careful right here. My man at the plate is not trying to push something to the opposite field.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Just off the inside part of the plate. It's 3-1. Aaron Judge is on deck. Runners on first with one down. Hit hard to the right side. To second for one. Over to Hernandez for the inning-ending double play. Mike Piazza will get his swings leading off when we get back. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The Mets lead this one 5-0. Welcome back to Flushing, Queens. Before we get back to baseball, let's check in with Heidi.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. Not only have they already put up a bunch of runs on the board, but they've also made the opposing starter work very hard. His pitch count is high, so it seems they'll be getting into the bullpen sooner rather than later.
All right, thanks, Heidi. So here's the cleanup hitter, Mike Piazza, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
First pitch of the at-bat. Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball.
There's no way around it. This has been a rough start on the mound, so it'll be interesting to see how long that man is going to let him go. Maybe he settles in and can give you another inning or so, but I wouldn't bet on it at this point.
Hit in the air down the right field line, but this will wind up being a foul ball.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
And they'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Inside for a ball as he falls behind to him here, 3-1.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Takes this the other way to right. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. And this will be off the wall out near the 330 marker. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
As we take a look at the replay here, you can see that it was a hanging changeup. Nice job of staying back on it, and he's able to tack to it for a double. And you know, if that pitch would have supplied more velocity, it might have been out of here. He hit it right on the screws.
Ron Guidry is going to come on to pitch here, and in just the 3rd inning, you have to think he'll be asked to eat some innings. And that brings up the former MVP, Keith Hernandez. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. No one out with a runner at second. Now it's 2-0.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches. And when he's getting the ball in the zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
He's set, and the 2-0 pitch.
Right back into a good hitters count now after what was a pretty dreadful second inning. He's got to start throwing a lot more strikes. Quality strikes would help too.
He's set, and a 3-0 offering. And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
Now batting, left fielder, Monte.
Stepping in, Monty Irvin. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
Line, that's a base hit into left field. As he arrives at second without a play, as also on the play, a run comes across to score.
Second baseman, Robinson.
Stepping in now, Robinson Cano, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. High in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. The 1-1 home is a fastball down below the knees. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Catch is made here in right, and here comes the runner from third. But this is well up the line, and he's safe at home plate.
Always productive to score runs when you can, and that sacrifice fly right there drives home the second run of the inning.
So one man gone for the Mets in the third, and up steps the big bat of Fernando Tatis Jr. First pitch on its way.
Oh, 1 ball, no strike.
Hit in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Keeping it down here as it's to 1-2. And you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2. That was a nasty-looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
Into the box now, Michael Conforto. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Now the 0-1. Fooled with the curveball there, and it's strike 2.
I just think after seeing both those pitches right there, 96, you have to be on the fastball or you're not going to catch up. If you're sitting off speed, that fastball is going to blow right by you.
But a good play by the first baseman to spear this one, and that'll retire the side. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. We're through 3 full here in game number 4. Mets out in front, 7-0. New inning set to get underway, and that'll bring up the big bat of Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge.
First pitch of the at-bat. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Out of play off to the right. It's 1-1. Now here it comes. And a good eye as he lays off, and the count moves to 2-1 now on the Yankee left fielder. Fastball is looked at for strike 2.
Whew, that was some gas. Triple digits on the radar gun.
Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. payoff pitch home. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Looking up is Yelich. Into the Big Apple seats and gone. A solo home run there for Aaron Judge. His second home run of the series, and they're now on the board, though still well behind.
Yeah, they have everything to lose in this game, but it's obvious they have zero quitting them. They're going to battle until the last out, and with that homer, they're that much closer to prolonging this series.
In now, Eddie Matthews. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Just behind the fastball there, 2 strikes now.
Threw that fastball right by him. He had no chance to get the barrel of that one.
Popped him up. Rendon has room in foul territory. 1 out.
The batter, the catcher, Gary Sanchez.
So 1 away here with the bases empty. And the next to bat, the Dominican-born catcher, Gary Sanchez. First delivery to him on the way.
There's not too many umpires in the game that are going to ring that first strike right there. That was borderline up, even though it was in the zone.
Now the 1-0.
Nope, that's a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Ball 3.
Trey Turner will be next. Three and no count. Here it comes. A swing by to left field. Gone! It's a solo shot here for Gary Sanchez. His second home run of the series, and it's a 7-2 game now. Guys, we've seen 4 big balls between the two teams so far today. What are your impressions of the long ball display we're watching?
Yeah, Matty B, you don't see this very often, D-Row, when it's cold and chilly like that.
Yeah, Dan, I can't explain it. Let's just tip our hats to this cold weather. Not easy to do. Dan, how hard is it to massage your way through such a deep lineup? I mean, even the 8, 9-hole hitters are solid big league players.
You know, Mark, these days you're not seeing a lot of defensive specialists in the infield or outfield. If you're in that starting lineup these days, there's a pretty good job you can swing the bat.
Don Mattingly will bat next. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Two runs, 5 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now. Clearly trying to control the running game with the slide step here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
3-0 now.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
He's set. Here's the 3-0. Fastball gets the upper part of the zone for strike 2. Fouled away. The 3-2 one more time. Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch.
That's a pretty sad attempt at hitting a baseball right there. No doubt he was completely fooled, because that was a curveball, and it looked like he was late on a curveball. That tells me he gave up on it right till the very end, and obviously there was nothing he could do at that point.
He's set, and the pitch. No balls and 1 strike. 2 runs, 5 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Runner goes for 3rd. He swings and misses. Throw down is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base. Trying to send him packing for the 2nd time. Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. Ball and 2 strikes. Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2.
So you'd love for him to offer at that one, but the execution was flawless. Nice curveball that starts in the zone and breaks just out. Just a great take by the batter.
Here now the 2-2. Line toward the alley in left center. And he won't get it as that's down for a base hit. And the runner from 3rd crosses the plate.
Boy, he had to be sitting on a fastball, D'Lo, right there, because he pulls this one and gets the barrel to it to drive that runner in from 3rd.
Yeah, Dan, you could tell he was sitting all over it. You don't get to a fastball like that without knowing it's coming. Nice piece of hitting.
Standing in now, Mickey Mantle, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1.
Well, even though these 2 teams are in different leagues, they do play each other every year because of the crosstown rivalry, and it's always pretty.
Yeah, and for the players, Matt, they love it. Not only is there more on the line than usual, like bragging rights, but they're not having to stay at hotels and all that. It's just like a normal home game where they're driving to a different ballpark.
A sign now from Piazza, the 1-1. And he jumps on this one. It's high and deep to center. Out of here to the deepest part of the yard. Two-run shot to straightaway center. His 3rd home run of this series. And that lead is trimmed to 7-5 here. Here's the center fielder, Mike Trout. As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Now here's the pitch.
Hey, a 2-out walk right here would be the tying run to the plate. Even though it's early on, you got a guy on deck that has a lot of pop.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Next pitch coming up here will make it an even 100 for the ball game. Hit on the ground out to short. And that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one. He'll get it into second. Throw won't get him.
Yeah, Matt, and I'm not sure how much longer they can leave him out there. Not only is he hurting the team, it's probably doing some damage to his psyche as well.
So now to the plate, Lou Gehrig. Now look out as that pitch sends him tumbling to the ground. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Now the 1-0. Misses, ball 2.
He certainly has an open base down there, but you don't want your defenders standing flat-footed for much longer.
Both teams with 8 hits in this one. Over the outside half, and it's 2-1. From the belt, the pitch. Slapped hard the opposite way. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. 9 men come to the plate, however. 5 of them score. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. The Mets lead it 7-5. Back to the top of the order now. And up next, the sweet swinging left-handed hitting outfielder Christian Yelich.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
2 mid-90s fastballs, and you're down 0-2. This is where you got to take a deep breath and pot commit. You're either all in on another fastball, or you're finding a way to stay back to attack something off speed.
1-2 for Christian Yelich. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out. Final line there for the Yankees starting pitcher. Clearly not the postseason outing he had envisioned.
Boy, this one got ugly early. They were looking to get some innings out of the starting rotation. That didn't happen in this one, lasting only 2 innings. A lot of outs yet to get from this bullpen.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Anthony Rendon, 1 for 2 in the ballgame thus far. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. That one's right down the middle for a strike with the fastball.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
You got to go into battle mode after falling down 0-2 and find a way to work yourself back to even.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. A ball and 2 strikes now.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way. Here now the 2-2.
Okay.
Looked like he tried to elevate a fastball on that 2-2 pitch there, but kind of overdid it. With a pitch that high, it's pretty easy to lay off if you're the hitter.
Sharply hit ball back up the middle. And that will hop over the wall now as he'll be awarded second base here. It's a ground rule double.
Hey, there's a hard hit ball that was going to be down for extra bases. The ball had some spring on it, and it bounced over the wall, and the ground rule double puts him on second base without having to leg it out.
At the plate, Vladimir Guerrero as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. A ball and a strike.
great job of doubling up with a fastball inside. A lot of times you'll see a pitcher go in there, but they won't go back in there a second time. This guy's not afraid to pitch inside.
Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. Two and two. Runner at second here with one man out. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Looked to me like he tried to do way too much on that 2-2 pitch. You don't have to come into the zone on that count, but a pitch that far outside isn't going to tempt anyone to swing.
Now the 3-2 pitch. And this one misses here. A close pitch on 3-2, but Clyde Washington rules it ball 4.
And with first base open, the last thing he wanted to do was give him something to hit in the heart of the zone. So no harm done. Force out anywhere now.
Now at the plate, Mike Piazza. He came across to score after doubling in his last at-bat.
And he's got to build off that last AB. He battled. Usually when you battle, you get in that swing mode. A lot of pitches, you'll swing at the rosin bag. I love the fact that he was able to work a double in last at bat. Let's see if we get more of the same right here.
That was a pretty good fastball after he walked the hitter previous. There was a little angry on that heater.
Runners are at first and second with one away. And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball, 1-1.
I'll tell you, it's a helpless feeling for a manager or a pitching coach when your pitchers are having a really hard time throwing strikes. What are you supposed to do other than keep trying new guys until someone starts attacking the zone?
2-1 to Piazza.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball in play hard.
The 2-1 is taken for strike 2.
One of the most frustrating things for me to watch in this game is guys getting count leverage and not pull the trigger on a fastball middle inning. That's why you play, to get in those situations where you can try and do damage. What do you want, the nasty slider?
Mantle is right there as he takes it for the second out.
The first baseman, number 17, Keith.
Next up from New York, Keith Hernandez. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. One and 0 pitch on the way. Two down, runners at first and second. And here's a fastball for a strike. 2-1 now.
Even though it's early on in this one, anytime you get runners in scoring position, you'd like to knock them in.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. From the belt, the pitch. Popped up. Turner is under it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. 2 left for the Mets. They're still up 7-5. Al Leiter, a southpaw standing 6'3", gets the ball now out of the bullpen.
Number 22, Al Leiter.
All set for the start of the inning, and that'll bring up the outfielder, Aaron Judge.
Well, that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball, so I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter, so I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
Action in the Mets bullpen now. It's both a lefty and a right-hander that start to throw. 2-0 to the Yankees left fielder.
2 balls, no strikes.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Yelich is under it. Makes the play, 1 away.
The battle.
Final line there for the Mets starting pitcher. Clearly not the postseason outing he had envisioned.
Yeah, he was really frustrated and out of rhythm in this one. Unfortunately, I'm sure he's frustrated right now, and he will be for a while. But the good news is that the guys are still in the game. The offense is picking them up.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Eddie Matthews comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. The pitch. Fastball well outside. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
I'd be shocked if this wasn't a 4-pitch walk right here. He doesn't want to mess around and leave something over the heart of the plate and get beat in this situation.
Oh, and this one is hit a ton. This one is gone. A home run. So it's a solo shot to dead center. His first homer so far in the series, as it's now a 1-run game, 7-6 now. Well, that's the 6th home run we've watched leave the yard in this one. Guys, what do you think's behind the hitting we've seen here today?
Dan, I can only speak from my own past experiences. When the flags are blowing out, you want as many at-bats as you can, and that's exactly what's happened. This ball's jumping at you.
You know, D-Row, this is always a nightmare for a pitcher. Not only is this a good hitting ballpark, but the wind blows out on top of it. This is the last place you want to be a pitcher at.
And if you remember, I'm sure he does, he hit a round tripper back in the 4th. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. Here's a swing and a ball lifted to left, but back in the seats, out of play. It's 1-2.
Good chance he's not seeing that pitch again. If he does, it's got to be bounced. But I'll tell you, from a pitcher's perspective, that's...
Both teams have 9 hits on the scoreboard. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Here now is Trey Turner. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring. Now here's the pitch. Good changeup there to start him, but it drops a little low for ball 1. And he popped him up. And that'll get down for a base hit. The throw into second. The tag, and they'll get second. And with that, the side is retired. The Yankees claw back a bit thanks to the home run. On to the bottom of the 5th. It's the Mets 7 and the Yankees 6.
Adam Ottavino.
So striding forward now, Michael Conforto. His head-to-head numbers against Adam Ottavino. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats.
Conforto.
First pitch on its way. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
Well, he kind of tipped his hand right there. His approach is obviously sitting on the off speed because he was so late on that first pitch heater.
slider, and that's in there for strike 2.
That's the exact spot to lean on as a reliever. As a hitter, you just have to tip your cap and look for the next one.
The 0-2 pitch. Ottavino, originally from New York State. This is his 10th season at the major league level, so almost a decade, which is quite an accomplishment. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
People always talk about how important getting the leadoff man on base is, and it's true. So in the 8th inning of a one-run game, that's a really nice job of attacking a hitter and sending him packing.
To the plate now, Christian Yelich. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. 3 for 4 so far and seeing it well in this ball game. Two balls and no strikes to the Mets center fielder.
I'm seeing him just a little too amped up out there right now. That's common with hard throwers like him. Running a blazing fastball up there is great, but if you can't harness it, what good does it do you?
Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Mantle is there and he makes the catch for the out.
The first baseman, number 6, Anthony Rendon.
So 2 are gone in the Mets half of the 8th, and the next hitter will be the right-handed bat of Anthony Rendon. Here comes the first pitch.
Oh, come on. One of them.
The 1-0.
I don't mind him trying to pitch him backwards right there with those 2 early count sliders, but now he finds himself in a situation where he's going to have to come fastball.
Here's the 2-0. Swing, and there it goes. He got all of this one. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. Anthony Rendon connects on a solo shot. His second of the game, and it's now an 8-6 ball game. This one has turned into a slugfest of Ruthian proportions. 7 combined big flies. You guys remember seeing anything like that in a while?
Yeah, man, it's always tough to score runs here at this big ballpark in Citi Field. Heck, D-Roll, they've moved the fences in a couple of different times here to make it easier for the Mets hitters.
You know, this has been such an impressive hitting performance today by this offense, considering the fact that we're in Citi Field, although aesthetically pleasing, not for an offensive ball play.
2 out, nobody on. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. As we near the end of this one, I think it's safe to say that the story of the game has undoubtedly been the long ball. Guys, what do you think about what we've witnessed?
Well, as a former offensive player, I absolutely love it. Kudos to both lineups for doing absolute damage today. One of the most fun watches of the year.
You know, D-Roll, what this shows me is this new age way of guys going up there, and they're swinging hard. You need to make good pitches, quality pitches, and if you don't have command of the fastball, you're in for a long.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. Mets do pick up a run on this solo shot. Last chance coming up here for the Bombers. It's the Mets 8 and the Yankees 6. Roberto Ozuna takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
Number 54, Roberto Ozuna.
set to start the ninth in this one, and stepping in, the long ball threat, Don Mattingly.
Looking for base runners here as they're down 2 playing on the road. Not an easy thing to do, trying to score runs or bunch hits together off of a closer.
And we kick off the ninth inning with a swinging strike here, 0-1.
They've done a real nice job keeping this guy under wraps in this one. No hits for him so far, and what stands out to me is they're going right after him. They're not pitching him like they're afraid he's going to do any damage.
Hard hit ball to second, scooped up. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the ninth inning gets underway.
Now batting, the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
Ready for another chance? DJ LeMahieu. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First offering on its way. And he lays off there, 1-0.
1 ball, no strike.
1 out, nobody on. Fouled off. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. And he lays off again, ball 3.
3-1 count, tie run on the on-deck circle. You have to be very careful right here to make a quality pitch on 3-1.
Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. And that falls in for a solid base hit, his second of the night.
Well, you're usually in this situation looking for a bloop and a blast. He didn't want to bloop it, and he hit a missile, bringing the tying run to the plate. Let's see if they can capitalize.
Into the box, Mickey Mantle, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. Inside the throw, got him. As life in that arm. How about that? Bases are empty here with 2 men out. I'm no pitching coach, but it doesn't look like he's finishing his pitches here. That misses high, ball 3.
Well, this is a big pitch right here. 2 outs in the ninth. The last thing you want to do is walk a guy and bring the tying run to the plate.
The 3-0 pitch.
You have to find a way in this situation to look in that on-deck circle and find a way to get your best hitter to the plate with a chance to tie it.
There's ball 4.
That is just a great at-bat there. When you're down late, you need base runners any way you can get them, and that never-say-die mentality could be the difference. We'll see how it plays out.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Mike Trout. It was a backwards K, a strikeout looking for him in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and they froze him on a good changeup. Tough one. If you got good arm action, and this pitcher certainly does have good arm action out there, tough to decipher between the fastball and changeup. He's got to be willing to stay back and take the ball the other way.
1 ball, no strikes, the count. The 1-0 home.
If you've been paying attention, the guy on the mound does not want to come inside. If I'm at the plate, I'm leaning out over.
The 2-0 on the way is looked at off the plate for a ball.
Well, he was definitely looking fastball here, and he got one. But that was good discipline to lay off and get himself into a 3-0 count.
Fouled away. Has a look, now the pitch. Taken, called, strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. A sold-out crowd of 41,800 get to their feet now in Flushing. And he strikes him out to end it here as they were able to get the possible tying run to the plate but could not cash in.
It's always nice to give your fans at home something to cheer about, and they definitely did that right here, coming through with a big win at home.
Before we take our leave, time for a look at our final line score here in what turned out to be a close 2-run victory. The lineup was clicking for him in this contest, and the man you see there was a major contributor. For that, he's the top player of the game.
Well, he blasted a couple of balls over the wall in this one, really put the guys on his back and carried him.
Eight to 6, the final score tonight. The Metropolitans move a win away from a championship as they've taken a 3-1 series lead. Al Leiter is credited with the win. Max Scherzer permitted 6 earned runs to come across in the losing effort. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plezak, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter.